Hi, good morning. Welcome to Eng-lane English classroom. Today we discuss the 9th grade English course book, Unit 1, Respect to Win, and from that unit, the first lesson, the race, part 3. Okay, friends, you remember the last part of the story, don't you? Who is the protagonist of the story? It was Tarun. What kind of a boy was he? He was a mediocre student. What was his dream? To become the fastest runner in the world. What happened to Tarun? He failed in the terminal examination, and his father was angry with him, and his friends too ridiculed him or made fun of him. Why was his father angry with him one day? Because he failed in his terminal examinations. Then what did he do? He took a run. Who did he meet? There he met Ramarai, an Olympian. How did that meeting help him? Ramarai set him a goal. He motivated him. And he told him that he was the fastest runner he had seen. Now, very good. You know all these things. Now, let us think of some other things. There was an assignment to write a conversation. Who was speaking there? Ramaran and Tarun. Did Ramaran's words motivate Tarun? Certainly. We also watched a video in which a teacher changed a boy's future or life. Who may have the greatest role in motivating a child? Can you guess? Okay, let us see. Please watch this video, then you will get the answer for that.
Love. One day, Thomas Edison came home and gave a paper to his mother. He said to her, "My teacher gave this paper to me and said, give it only to your mother." His mother's eyes were tearful as she read the letter out loud to her child. "Your son is a genius. This school is too small for him and doesn't have enough good teachers for training him. Please teach him yourself." Many years after Edison's mother had died, Edison had become one of the greatest inventors of the century. One day, he was going through the old closet and he found a folded letter which was given to him by his teacher for his mother. He opened it. The message written on the letter was, "Your son is mentally ill. We cannot let him attend our school anymore. He is expelled from the school." Edison became emotional reading the letter, and then he wrote in his diary, "Thomas Alva Edison was a mentally ill child whose mother turned him into a genius of the century."
Okay, dears. What did you learn by watching it? Along with the motivation, family support is also important. The best person who can motivate a child is his mother or her mother. Okay, do you think this has happened in Tarun's life? If so, who supported him? Who motivated him? To win the race, what should one do? Please look at this picture. What is he doing? He is alone, so he is not participating in a race or a competition. And what is he doing? Himself alone. See, he is practicing hurdles. Now, did Tarun practice for the race? How did he prepare for it? What change did the meeting with Ramnarayan bring in his life? Did he get his support from his family? We have to know all these things. It is there in the next part. So let us read it, shall we? The next day brought a new ray of hope. Tarun got up early, had milk, and before his mother could finish her curry on what he was up to, he ran out and went to the Nehru Stadium to check the details of the race. He was very happy indeed. Tarun started practicing zealously. Every day, he would get up at 4 in the morning and run up to 10 miles. In the evening, he would time himself according to the 1000-meter distance prescribed by the competition. He wanted everything to be perfect. It was for the first time in his life that he was demanding such perfection in things he did, he thought. He also wanted someone to back him up, and so he told everything to his mother. Tarun practiced vigorously for 5 days and then promptly met Ramnarayan to collect his participation card. He gazed at the piece of paper on which his name has been printed boldly. It meant so much to him. How hard I must win this race, thought he. He wanted to show his father that he was not really the black sheep of the family and that he could be good at something at least. It was 14th November. Bowing low for the blessings of his mother, Tarun paddled away to the stadium. There was a huge crowd waiting to go inside. Tarun entered the office where a signboard read, participants solely with his heart beating faster every second. Inside there were about 50 participants waiting for the race to begin. He felt someone patting him on the shoulders. Hello, Tarun. It was Ramnarayan. All the best, he said affectionately. Tarun smiled at him but did not say a word. Fear had gripped him from head to foot. Well, friends, I think you might have read with me. Shall we try to answer some of the some simple questions? Now, you know Tarun's life has changed. What were the changes? He got up early and he started preparing for the practicing for the race, and he wanted a perfection in his life. Then he wanted to get the support of someone. Then who did he approach for that? He told everything to his mother. And on the particular day, what did he do? He went to the stadium on his bicycle, and what did he see there when he reached there? There was a huge crowd, and he met Ramnarayan there. He blessed him, or he complimented him, or he wished him good luck, but he couldn't respond because fear has gripped him from head to toe. Now, we have seen all these things. Now, what title can be given to this part? See, there is a suggestion. Tarun's preparations for the race till he receives the entry card for the race. Okay. Now, Tarun says, however hard, I must win the race. Thought Tarun. Why did Tarun think so? What did he see in the stadium? Okay. Now we have to read it again silently. Then we can get more details of that part, that story. You don't forget to note the important words. Okay, read silently. Have finished reading, haven't you? Now, let us see it again. What changes did the meeting with Ram Narayan bring in Tarun's life that gave him a new ray of hope? His routine changed. He got up early, had some milk, and he ran out and went to the Nehru Stadium to check the details of the race. And till then he was gloomy and sad, but he became very happy. How did he practice? He practiced just zealously, that is enthusiastically. Every day he would get up at 4 in the morning and run up to 10 miles. What did he do in the evenings? He would time himself according to the 1000 meter distance fixed by the competition, and he wanted to make everything perfect. Did he demand such a perfection in his life before? No. And he wanted to get someone's support. Who did he seek for that? He sought the help of his mother. How many days did he practice? He practiced for 5 days. Then he met Ramarayan and collected his participation card. How did he perceive that card? That participation card meant so much to him. Okay, now let us try to attempt the scaffolding questions. How did Tarun prepare for the race? It's very simple. It is there. You can write it yourself. He got up early morning and ran for 10 miles. Then in the evenings he practiced the prescribed distance by that competition. I think you know that. You can write it yourself. Compare the answers with the ones given in the notes along with this. He also wanted someone to back him up, and so he told everything to his mother. Do you think this kind of sharing will help him face his problems better? You can have your own answer, but I feel yes. Why? When we share these things with others, we will get an emotional support or backing that will make us bold and confident. Why did Tarun really want to win the race? Because he wanted to prove that he was not a black sheep of the family, and at least he could do something. And I think the answers are very simple. You can do that. Now let us discuss the story in detail. Before that, let us see the words. Kari means question or an inquiry. Zealously means enthusiastically. Zeal, enthusiasm. Zealously means enthusiastically. Prescribe, direct or recommend or fix. vigorously, energetically. Promptly means soon and quickly. Gaze, to share it. Now, let us discuss it. The next day brought a new ray of hope. The next day, the following day of Tarun's meeting with Ram Narayan brought a new ray of hope. Tarun got up early because he was eager to know the details of the race. So he got up early, had milk, and his mother asked him where he was going. But before she could complete that question, he ran out and went to Nehru Stadium to know the details of the race. Certainly he was very happy. He started preparing for it. He started practicing zealously or enthusiastically. Every day he would get up at 4 in the morning. When do you get up? Early to race and early to bed, make us healthy and happy, that. And he ran up to 10 miles. In the evening he would time himself according to 1000-meter distance. That was the distance prescribed by or fixed by a competition. He wanted everything to be perfect. It was for the first time in his life he wanted such a perfection. He wanted to get the support of someone, so he told everything to his mother. He sought the mother's support. Tarun energetically practiced for 5 days, and very soon he met Ramaran to collect the participation card. He glanced at it or stared at the piece of paper in which his name has been reprinted in bold letters. That meant so much to him because he was going to prove that he was something. Now, the next paragraph, the words you see: bow, to bend oneself as a gesture of respect, that is vanamuga. Pedal, to ride a bicycle. Signboard, a board carrying a sign. A board carrying a sign. A board carrying a sign. There's a space, sorry. Affectionately loving. Affectionately, lovingly. From head to foot, that means all over one's body. That's an idiom. Grip means to take hold of. Now, let us discuss that paragraph. However hard I must win the race, thought he. He wanted to show his father that he was not really the black sheep of the family and that he could be good at something at least. He thought, however hard, he should win that race because he wanted to show his father that he was not a black sheep of the family. At least he could do something good. And the day came, that was 14 November. He bowed low for the blessings of his mother, or after getting the blessings of his mother, he pedaled, he rode his bicycle to the stadium. When he reached there, he saw a huge, very big crowd waiting to go inside. But Tarun entered the office where he could see a signboard, a board on which written participants only. You might have seen that. With his heart beating faster every second. His heart was beating faster than usual. Inside there were about 50 participants. 50 boys were there, or at least were there to take part in that race. Then he felt someone patting him on the shoulders. He looked back. That was Ramanarayan. All the best, he wished him. All the best, he said lovingly, fondly. Tarun simply smiled at him. He could not respond in word because fear had gripped him from head to foot. He was so much frightened. Now, dears, let us see the main ideas. Tarun started practicing zealously. He wanted everything to be perfect. He also wanted someone to back him up, and so he told everything to his mother. He met Ramanarayan to collect his participation card. He was determined to win the race. On 14 November, bowing low for the blessings of his mother, Tarun pedaled away to the stadium. There were about 50 participants. There he met Ramanarayan, who blessed him. I think you got all these things. Now, you please think of this. On 14 November, bowing low for the blessings of his mother, Tarun pedaled away to the stadium. The chime in his mind, they were full of thoughts. What will be his thoughts about? What will be his thoughts then? You please make an attempt and watch this, please. Okay, there we have stopped. And now, look at the picture. Here Abdul is playing cricket. This is a deer. There are two sentences. There is playing cricket and this is a deer. Now, listen please, see it again. Who is there in the first picture? There is Abdul. What is he doing? He is playing cricket. What is there in the second picture? There is a deer. Okay, this is a deer. Now, Abdul is playing cricket. This is a deer. There are two sentences. See this first part and the second part. See the first part and the second. There are two parts. Abdul is playing cricket. This is deer. See. Now, you know these are sentences, we have discussed it. They have two parts. The first part is, that is here, Abdul, that is the names of a person or thing we are speaking about. And this one is here, the second part, that is playing cricket, is a deer. That is or that part tells something about the first part. These are the first parts, these are the second parts. Now see this. You please identify the two parts of the following sentence. It's very simple. You can see that it is given different colors. Please note the second part begin with a verb is are verb. Now the part which names the person or thing we are speaking about is called the subjects of the sentence. The part which tells something about the subject is called the predicate. Life is the subject and this is the predicate. I think you got it. The part which names the person or thing which are speaking is called the subject. About is called subject, and what we tell about or what is told about that subject is called the predicate. Okay. Now you please do this very simple. It is very simple. Do it. Now again, study these sentences. There is only a singer. She is singing. Now 4 singers are there. They are singing. What you see there? There is a change according to number of the persons or the subject. Sing, that is one singer, verb is. Sentence 2, 4 singers, verb is are. Then life is full again. You see, life is full of ups and downs. Life is the subject, so is full of is the verb. Life is, just like that you write the subjects and the verb here. Now you can see that a singular subject takes a singular verb, whereas a plural verb or plural subject takes a plural verb. Life is singular, so is singular. Children is plural, children of your age, that is plural, SYR is plural. I think you got it. Now read the live description of phrase, underline the singular verbs. It's very simple, you can do that. And a paragraph is there, fill in the blanks with suitable forms of verb. You see whether the subject is singular, then the verbs will be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb will be plural. You can do it yourself. Now, dear children, I think you have learned what we have discussed. Thank you for watching. Notes and explanations are the explanation are attached along with this. You have to check your answers and writing, comparing with those in that notes. Thank you. Meet you again. Till then, goodbye.